dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun. History for fools, man. You know what this remind me of?
What's that?
When I was on Last Comic Standing tour.
Sorry. I'm gonna fuck this up.
You didn't fuck nothing up, bro. I don't know what you're laughing at, but
Bro, I just laugh because sometimes I'm not capable. I didn't think I was like gonna pull that one off.
you did good. But they remind me of when I was on Last Comic Standing tour. One of the last shows we did was like we did Mobile, Alabama, bro. We did some other stuff, but I was in the Poconos, bro. Like, you know, people say they work the Poconos.
Yeah, like upstate New York.
Yes, I went there. It was an adult. It was an adult summer camp, bro. Just like in Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
But I was there in the winter.
And in like Miss Maisel.
Yes, bro. They have actually all the rooms are cabins with bathroom, but they're actually hotels, but they're all shaped like cabins. All of them, bro. And there's activities for the adults.
For everybody to do
Like
stuff.
archery, dancing, whatever. So I ended up performing there.
Okay.
You know, it was not their season, but there was people still because they were Last Comic Standing show. But there was a band playing there, bro, all Italians, and they were playing Black
Magic Woman.
Yeah, but they're all Italian, bro. And then when they got off stage, I went up. I said, "Give it up for man, Santana cover band, man, Santino." Got a black hand at my door. Got a black hand at my door. I better pay them or they're gonna take my dad away. Got a black hand on my door. So they're Italian?
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious, dude. That's interesting because, like, I always wondered what it was like if that's still.
Hey, ¿cómo va? Hey, ¿cómo va? Hey!
Hey,
That was
como va?
¿Cómo va? That was Santino,
I'm
bro.
como vaing over here.
Bro, I ended up smoking weed with them.
Nice.
Their weed was maron.
Well, yeah, was it good?
Yeah.
Really?
They like, and funny, we had an Italian guy on the show, Mike DeStefano, but somehow, you know, they see a guy that, a cool, not like a cool guy like, hey, this guy's cool, but, you know, they see a guy approachable enough to ask him, would you like to do some drugs?
Nice.
And
yeah.
I said, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Well,
these fools were over there, they were all into the comics. They were they stood in the RV watching or bus watching Dexter, bro. I wasn't even into that.
they were not at all like hanging out, smoking weed.
Not that night. None of them smoked weed. I was the only one, bro.
That's crazy, dude.
So you know me, I'm having all the fun. History for Fools. Welcome everybody. Thank you very much for liking our last episode on the ended up being Pulp Fiction. It went deep, huh? You got a lot of likes on that one,
dude.
huh?
We did really well on that one. I think because, man, you really did put together two things that I don't think a lot of people thought about. You know, like, because I just thought there was cool shit that he hid, like Easter eggs, right?
Yeah.
Which
Boom.
is, but this was more than Easter eggs. This was like combining things because it's also like biblical, and I didn't realize how biblical it was. And then people who contributed, there was a couple people down in there that like threw a little bit more in there, and I was like, man, this is mind blowing.
How about that when you found out actually who Eddie Bunker was?
Bro, that's
Blew your
right.
mind how smart this guy is, how to set up robberies and not be in them.
and not being him. He was a mastermind. That was like, I just thought that was like a thing made up in like TV.
You know, something that it's funny, man. If I would have known, like if I would have been in a neighborhood where there was someone like that, I probably would have been a mastermind.
So
bro.
what is he? Do you think?
No,
that,
he would go into a bank. Remember, because in Heat they'll say, "How'd you come up with all this? These plans?"
Right.
Well, it's all. He goes, and the guy in the wheelchair goes, "Oh, it's all over the internet. You know, you gotta just know where to grab it."
Right. That's true. I can understand that.
Because people talk. You know, like people who
Right.
they might have worked in a bank. So they have loose mouths, so he finds when they're talking about it.
Oh,
He finds maybe he might. And the guy, that's the guy in the movie. He might like just say like when I'm searching, when I put out an algorithm for my show,
okay,
I put Latino comic, I put Gabriel Iglesias, I put anybody that might be a fan of all this, or Joe Coy, you know,
Right.
Louis C.K., and then within 25 miles of whoever, like somebody likes me, I make sure to put on ads 25 miles from where he lives.
right.
So no matter what this guy thinks he's hiding, my ad is chasing him now.
So I get that then. So like
But you don't have to like it. You watch the whole video, people go to my website and they search for everything.
right.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that I'm like, I guess that he does go in and he finds the dimensions of the safe, how to get to the safe easily, how to get to the safe hard, how many employees are working at one time. So I guess there's a lot of work that goes into that.
So he probably has to do a lot of that. He probably, I would say, he has to do like a lot of work because he probably has to like come up with a disguise and he probably has to befriend somebody in there.
Right.
Or he probably end up getting a job there just to get information, then quits, but he keeps all the info and then he leaves. And then he meets one of these guys at the bars probably, and he probably sends, and he drinks with them, or he might send them a hooker, and then while the hooker's there, they're talking to him, and you know whatever he talks, the recorder, the hooker is recording whatever he says,
Right.
and then this guy he might be, you say he's a homosexual. You know, they might throw in a dude in there that's gay, you know, or
right.
or now they got pictures of him and they're sending him to him in awkward positions with this other man, and they're blackmailing him for information to give up the passwords and we'll get rid of this, and then they send him negatives, bro. He's doing a lot of like intel work, bro, like very espionage work to get all this info.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
It's not easy as it sounds.
Because it sounds kind of easy.
Because anybody can throw a whack ass, throw a fucking robbery with fucking crayons, bro.
Well, that's the thing though, is like to me, I would only go to I'm probably hitting the surface here, because like when you talk about writing a joke with a really good comic, like it's like top of the tree. It's not the low hanging fruit, and so in my mind, my low hanging fruit version of this would be like, oh, you get the dimensions of the safe, you find out how many people are working, but no, you got to go deeper. Like you said, you got to like send infiltrators in to like, you know, collect information, and like you're spending money, and you probably have had to rob a few banks, I'm sure. Like that's got to be a prerequisite. You can't just be a guy who plans it and has never robbed a bank.
And also that the guy might have a passcode that only swipes when he works on it, so they know they're gonna, whoever they're having sex with him or taking advantage of him might take a photo of it. Or take it, or then he lost it.
Yeah,
so he has to get a new one.
Well, the other thing that I think
or he loses it, or he loses his card, but he don't report it. He doesn't know that he lost it because he went on vacation.
Right.
So he's gone for 2 weeks. So that person who has it has access to get in and out while he's on vacation.
Oh,
so there's so many ways to get into that building, but.
Right, and then also there's like probably disgruntled employees you could go look up and find.
Like or me, man. Somebody might poison me with a bomb ass Impossible vegan burger.
Right, that's your weakness, and you're just like, now you're eating the burger, telling me the codes to the
Viva Las Vegas.
The vault.
Like Benicio del Toro, bro, in Snatch.
Well, I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking is in Grand Theft Auto 5, there's a guy, Lester, that like does all the planning
Fuck
for the...
Lester.
Yeah, right? Well...
Yeah. Yeah, he's a planner.
Yeah, and he doesn't do any of the... He's like in a wheelchair. He doesn't do any of the robbing. He's just kind of the mastermind.
And that's who Joe was. Joe, big fat Joe. Joe from fucking Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
He's always been a planner.
Fat Joe, yeah.
Big Joe, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Penn's dad.
Yeah.
He goes, why can't I just be Mr. Black? Because there's already Mr. Black in another robbery.
He's like, you're Mr. Pink, now shut the fuck up.
Why do I gotta be Mr. Pink? Because you're a fag, that's why.
That's
you want to hear a story? There was a story about these couple of guys that were planning a robbery, and then everybody went to prison. You get it? You think I want to tell jokes too and shit? But I like telling jokes in Hawaii with a nice drink.
Yeah, I love that.
That's the best line, huh?
Bro, so good. There's so many good lines.
That's a good line. I like telling jokes. Bro, you know another rabbit hole I went into right before we get into our real fast.
Sure.
Grease.
Okay, share this, please.
Olivia Newton-John is dead through the whole movie. And so is John Travolta.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Because at the end of the...
We're going to do an episode on Grease right now.
Because, bro... in the beginning of Grease, when she has the memory of John Travolta, he rescues her from drowning. But in actuality, they both drowned.
No,
yeah,
dude.
Remember that? He said,
yes.
So, because he's all like preppy, you know, when he's dating her, right? Because that's the vision she has of him, you know. Of
so
him.
the whole movie, they're ghosts.
They're both ghosts. They're just reliving. They're in purgatory.
And then they float away at the end.
They float away to heaven.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
That's
I
why.
seen Grease enough
That's
to
why every time that she has this vision of John Travolta in that movie, it's a movie. She has him in a way that she's the way she wants him to be, but he's not that way, bro. He's the leather jacket guy.
Fuck, bro.
And it's evil, and then like there's two sides, you know, like if you had a guy right here telling you, hey man, Butch, screw everything off. You know, he's dressed like an angel or whatever, and the other one wearing a leather jacket. No, fuck that. You know, fuck.
Yeah, like let's go do drugs and party.
Let's go do party.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this.
So you want to go to rabbit hole? Olivia Newton-John in that movie.
I fucking hate that movie.
She's
so
dead.
much.
I hate that movie too, bro.
And now you're gonna make me go back and watch it just to like.
That's why I haven't even seen Joker 2, bro.
I'm not gonna watch Joker 2.
People ask me if I'm gonna see Joker 2.
Are you gonna see Joker 2?
No.
Is it a musical?
Yeah.
No, then I'm not watching it.
Bro, I heard that I went to the trailer.
Bro. I hate musicals.
I went to the trailer and the movie is all him. And like, remember that movie in the Joker 1 where he's singing all bad as the clown and the gun falls?
Yeah.
The movie's all like that.
Oh no, dude.
Where he's trying to sing the impossible dream.
Get the fuck out of here.
But to be.
Oh no, dude. Ray, have you seen this movie yet? Okay, you can't confirm either. Dude, yeah, I'm not going to watch that.
I danced out of that movie.
I danced out of the middle of that movie. Dude, are you a fan of Bob's Burgers at all?
I watch it.
Okay, I love that show, and there was like 1 or 2 seasons where they started singing in every episode. And I just was like, nope, fuck no, dude. Never watching this ever again. And I haven't watched it.
I'm done when a show starts singing, bro. Like the whole episode starts singing, like The Office. I just fast forwarded now.
Yeah, I fucking hate musicals, bro. I can't stand
and every time Andy Bernard brings up that banjo, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done, bro. Like, same with, like, South Park. When they start doing musical acts, when I saw Creed playing drums or playing guitar, I said, no way, man.
his character is too unstable to be in control of any instrument.
See, this doesn't work for me. Yeah.
And also, man, remember how they never caught that Strangler? The Strangler.
From what show? Wait.
The Office.
From The Office?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't.
There was a Strangler, and
Okay.
Toby was he was a juror on it. But the real Strangler, bro, was Creed. He was a murderer.
Really?
Because there's an episode of The Office where they walk in there and everybody's all bleeding. And then he has real blood on himself, bro.
Okay.
He goes, "Oh man, what a coincidence!" And then another one when they're doing the they're gonna close down a couple of branches, right? And so
Strangler.
yeah, man, Creed is the Strangler. So you, sir, I do declare. Everybody speaking a southern accent. And Creed comes in late, and Michael looks at him. You, sir, have you been accused of murder? I want you to. The authority will be here right now. Oh, they're gonna be here right now. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. And that fool ran to his car and boned out, bro.
Okay. I've only seen a couple episodes of
and
that.
in the last episode, that fool had a full-grown beard. He didn't even look like Creed.
Okay.
So he's the Scranton.
The Scranton Strangler. Oh.
We didn't see the guy who choked him, though. Yeah, that's some fandom bullshit right there.
Oh, man. Now
some
I'm totally
BS.
confused.
Wikipedia trying to give him $5 for giving me information.
Come on, man. This backyard weed got me high as fuck, dude.
History for Fools. Welcome, everybody. History for Fools. But what we're really going to talk about is the history of WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, and how it affected my life and Butch's life.
God, bro.
To the point where, man, and also to the point of no return. And Vince McMahon, the myth, the legend. I don't know why he had that crazy mustache, but he should get rid of it. Here it is, bro.
Dude, I learned a lot from this. Once again, Joe, I'm always surprised at some of the topics we come up with and what happens. And there's times where I go, like when we did, what's the last one we did? Okay, we did Quentin Tarantino, then we did 18th Street and the Quebec Bikers. I was like, and the Biker Riders. When we did the Outlaws, I was like, this one's not going to be too hard. And it wasn't. It was actually really fun and easy. And I thought this was going to be the same way because there's so much pop culture around it. And because I was a big fan of the golden era of WWF, right? It's probably the same as you. Did you watch wrestling after that?
Bro, I watched wrestling, bro. I used to watch it on Channel 30. I watched wrestling in Spanish before I watched it in English.
I remember watching it in...
Was it Channel 34? And there used to be this chubby Mexican man. I don't know what his name was, but he would interview in Spanish, bro. He'll be like this. ¿Qué pasó anoche, macho man? ¿Te echaron la madre o qué? Te voy a decir algo.
Oh, so you saw WWF in Spanish?
In Spanish.
You're not talking about Lucha Libre. You're talking about...
Old school, bro. It was WWF in Spanish.
Fuck, that's how smart Vince McMahon was, is that
I
he
don't
had
even
it
know
simulcasted in Spanish.
if it was in Spanish or in English. It was in Spanish, bro. And I don't even know why they don't do that now.
Right.
Like, I used to watch it on Channel 34, bro. And it was in Spanish. And I went to... I was watching WWF, bro. And they didn't even mention it in a documentary, but... When Mil Máscaras joined WWF, bro.
Oh.
The man of 1,000 masks. Look him up. Mil Máscaras. And
what year was that? Do you remember?
I think that was... When did Mil Máscaras join WWF? I found out later on that Mil Máscaras had a contract, a contract that he carried wherever division he would go to, was that he cannot lose a match.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the contract that he can. So he cannot lose a match.
Pay me what I want, or pay me something we could both agree on. but you must agree 100% that I cannot lose a match. I cannot get pinned. But I could lose by disqualification. You know, I could. But the fight could be disqualified where nobody wins, but I can't lose. So
1972.
Yeah, so I must have seen him in 1979, bro.
Mil Mascara is a Mexican luchador, first performed in the WWE in 1972. Holy shit, bro. That's like, I was thinking like maybe in the like 90s that happened, bro. But that was in the 70s. Vince McMahon is a fucking genius.
He brought a star from Mexico to fucking promote wrestling in Spanish United States, bro. Look.
Bro, this is amazing to me because, like, all right, bro, because here's the thing.
Isn't that genius to bring this guy in?
Yes, and
to bring the Mexican people to watch his wrestling.
Well, this is what I loved about him because back then, bro, there was a lot of nationalism. There was going on around the United States. In the 80s, there was not a lot of like open-mindedness to cultures and shit. Yeah. And even though Vince McMahon used like he made like he used a lot of these guys that look like heels and stuff like that, and then oversaturated some of the cultural stuff, but he brought culture to the masses. You know, like he knew that Mexican people were watching his shit, so he brought this guy out. Dude, this was a pretty amazing
So Mil Máscaras will come on stage, come on to the like this, directo de Mexico, Mil Máscaras. He'll come out, bro,
right,
with a cape, a mask, and then he look at everybody, and the mask will be like always different, bro. With a mask, and it might have teeth on it, but it always had an M right here for the 1,000 mil,
right.
And then he'll look, everybody will look, oh, he has a badass mask, but then that fool will zip it.
And there'd be another one.
And there'll be another mask. The mask he's going to wear to fight.
I think I remember that.
So, when I was a little kid, bro, I wanted to go so bad to see Mil Máscara wrestle. Because Roddy Piper was going to wrestle somebody. And then Mil Máscara was going to wrestle the main headliner. So, I wanted to go, man. And my dad said, nah. So, man, I was all mad, you know.
Right.
I think that was the first time me and my dad were going to actually fight, bro.
You were that pissed off,
yeah,
dude, because
I was a little ass kid, bro. So my grandmother calls me up and says, Chuyito, agarra tu chamarra porque vamos a ir a las luchas. And she said pretty much, get ready because we're going to go get your jacket. We're going to go watch wrestling.
No way.
Bro, let me tell you, man, how bad it was that my grandma picked me up. I didn't even know how everybody else's faces looked when I left.
You blocked them out of your memory.
To this day, bro, I have no memory of my family after I left to go see wrestling, bro.
Really?
I didn't know if my mom gave me a hug. I don't remember no hug. I don't remember my dad said, shit, my dad, somebody went over his head. That's how he felt. I looked at him like,
bro, you don't remember?
I don't know, bro. But I wish I would have seen his face, so I could give him a little dusty road slap, bro. I think that was the beginning of my dad and I's conflict, bro. When my grandma came in to save the day,
when she overrode his authority.
Fuck him. And then so my uncle. So my uncle came, bro, and he took me, and it was my grandmother and me, bro.
Right.
Lucia Soto and Teodoro. They drove us. We went to the Olympic Auditorium, bro. I didn't remember walking in, bro. I just remember being inside. And
damn, that's crazy, dog.
School night, probably. It was probably a Friday night.
This is a WWF presentation.
Yeah. And bro, when we're sitting, all the heels are coming out of it. All the heels.
They're fucking with you guys.
All the bad guys, dude. My grandmother is slapping their backs hard as they come in, bro. She was like, no seas feo, cabrón. Like, and like palming him, bro.
Like with her bare hand.
This old lady, bro, 79-year-old lady, bro.
Just backslapping.
Smacking him. Déjalo en paz. Déjalo en paz. Déjalo en paz. Yelling shit out like that, like she really thought it was real. Bro.
She was into it. Big
Fuck
time.
yeah, I was into it too.
Did she watch it before?
Yeah,
was she a fan of wrestling?
She was a fan in Mexico with all the.
Oh, bro, of course.
She watched
She's
it
like,
here.
let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's go. And dude, I don't know. This one I thought wrestling was real because there was like this Mexican man there, and he had a picture of Roddy Piper in pigtails, wearing a skirt and a big kiss, like he had lips.
Yeah, okay.
And fucking Roddy Piper was coming in.
And
my grandma slapped her too, and he just looked at her, but he kept going. But then he saw that man with that fucking making Roddy Piper poster look all gay, bro. He smacked the shit out of him, bro.
No, out of the guy, he didn't just grab the poster. He fucking slapped the guy.
He got him like Roddy Piper had big ass hands or something.
Yeah, he's huge.
He went all in, bro, like smacked the poster and hit him like this and pushed him and ripped the poster. And that fool tried to charge him hard and he just stuck his hand. That thing was like 5'5", bro.
Right.
He ran into his
just swatted him away.
And then security held that fool back. Dude, I was watching. Then Roddy Piper was fighting. I went to go get a soda. And when I was coming for the soda, they were carrying the referee to stretch her out, bro. And I goes, my uncle said, he goes, es un desmadre, es pandemonium, he was saying. So we ran to our seats.
That's funny.
And fucking Roddy Piper jumped into the fight that wasn't his. And Roddy Piper was supposed to fight Mil Máscaras.
Right.
So he got there early and started fucking up Angel Mata.
Okay.
That's the name of the fight. Look him up, Angel Mata, Angel Mata. He was fucking up Angel Mata, bro. And so then King, disqualified, right? Disqualified. So now it was Mil Máscaras now, the real fight against some other guy. Fool. Roddy Piper never left the fucking building, bro. He was starting fights with everybody in the audience.
He was just fucking everybody up.
He was starting fights with everybody in the audience, getting everybody riled up. You know, like fucking everybody. Like, fool. Mil Máscaras was fucking up that dude. They both beat the shit out of Mil Máscaras, bro.
No shit.
His mask was ripped in half.
Oh shit.
He was bleeding, bro. And it was ding, 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 ding.
Wait, he was bleeding?
Disqualified, bro.
Bro, this is the one you went to.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out
half
of here.
Half of his mask was ripped and disqualified, bro. All the wrestlers came in and they were fucking holding Roddy Piper back and the other guy. And Mil Máscaras got on a fucking thing. He said, miren, cómo me dejaron, pero sigo siendo el campeón. And everybody told him, Mil Máscaras, yeah. Look how they left me. He goes, but I'm still the champ, the greatest.
Right.
Yeah, there he is right there.
Was he the champion at the time?
Yeah, bro, I went there, 1977. God damn.
No way.
Because that match was supposed to be loser leaves town, and Mil Máscaras loses, he was gonna take off his mask.
Right.
So those fools were fucking him up, bro, and trying to rip his mask off the whole like it went all the way to right here, and then he brought it down.
Right.
But then he ripped it. But they was bleeding, bro.
Was this televised?
No, it was live.
It was so it was a house show.
Live.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what they call them, dude.
But we didn't watch it. It didn't air on television ever.
Holy shit, dude.
Bro, this is what pissed me off about my dad, bro. The fool be watching after that, like weeks later, he'll be watching a newspaper and shit.
Uh-huh.
And I'm there eating my Cheerios. And I know that Andre the Giant fought Saturday night.
Right.
And I asked my dad, could you check if Andre the Giant won on the newspaper?
Oh, man.
My dad looks at me and goes, why would clowns be on the newspaper?
Man. He did not like it at all. He was not a fan of wrestling.
He was not a fan because I think they took me and shit. But anyways.
That's fucked up, dude.
But then when I realized later on when I started reading in Spanish, there it is. I just wanted to see that, bro. But they never fucking...
Wait, this is the one you wanted to go to?
Yeah.
We'll take you on tour. Oh my God, bro. What a fucking match.
I wanted to see that.
$2 and $1 admission for this, dude. Fucking look how young.
Yeah, I wanted to go. I wanted to know who won, right? And then later on, when I started getting older, started reading Spanish and English, I would go through the paper like this, and it felt like fucking that little kid from Christmas Story.
Right.
When he decoded that message and it just said, drink more Ovaltine.
Make sure to drink your Ovaltine. Oh, because you were like, oh, it's not in the sports section. It's not real.
How could this not be in I was like telling my friends, how could it not be in a fucking newspaper, bro? That's under the Giants' 6th time he had a career-ending injury. I said, they broke his sternum. I was calling the hospital. Hey,
Poor little Felipe, bro.
I was calling the hospitals, bro. Did Andre come in?
Dude, that's...
I was telling my mom, call the hospital.
Did you really? That's fucking hilarious, dude.
My mom really thought that, and my dad, during those times, that I was going to be a crazy person, bro.
I remember when King Kong Bundy beat up the Hulk in like an exhibition match, so it didn't count. And I remember being so mad, dude. I wanted my dad to find out where King Kong Bundy lived so we could go to his house and fuck him up.
He lived in the jungle. Bro.
I remember, though, also wondering why it didn't show up in the sports page. Because you watched a little bit. You probably watched 10 years before me. And that was like the beginning of the golden era. I watched the end of the golden era where like Hulk Hogan was the championship. And like... That's when they brought in like the Ultimate Warrior, and then it was also like the introduction years to the Gravedigger, and what's his name? Not the Gravedigger. What the fuck? That's the fucking monster truck. But you know what I'm talking about.
But go ahead.
But that was my era when I started watching. But I remember also like going, what the fuck? Why isn't this in the sports page? My dad did a good job though. I didn't have the same dad as you did. My mom was more the version of your dad. That's what's the name of the fucking guy? Not the monster truck. The guy, the wrestler version of the Gravedigger. I'm just having a hard time because we got high really before this episode. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's the only guy who stayed in WWE. Yeah.
The Undertaker. Yeah.
Which is the same thing as a Gravedigger. Sorry, guys. I'm not... dude, first of all, for all the WWE fans that are watching this that are losing their minds, we're both going to try to do our best to do this. We know that you guys are mega historians.
You know who my favorite wrestler was growing up?
Who?
And he was... Oh, man. I used to love this guy, bro, because... There was Junkyard Dog.
Right.
But he had an enemy, bro, growing up. And his name... And he used to come into that song. And then the song, it was Bad Leroy Brown.
Oh, yeah.
I love that guy.
Yes. I totally remember that guy, bro. I hated that guy.
Bad Leroy Brown.
Yeah.
The favorite guy in the whole damn town.
Dude.
And I don't know where he was from, but I had a friend named Coco, Ronald Page, and he used to love Bad Leroy Brown too.
Right.
And that was our dream, bro, that him and I were going to be tag team partners.
Like that.
Yeah.
There he is. Yes. Bro, Leroy Brown was like such a great fucking heel, dude.
How tall was he? Man, I loved him.
Huge, dude.
Yeah. He became a heel, but then later on he was middle of the road, like not good or bad.
Okay.
But he would fuck fools up. Bro.
He disappeared though in the mid '80s, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
He's 6'2". Yeah, he's huge.
He's huge. Bro.
I remember him. I remember hating because I was like a big fan of the Junkyard Dog, so I remember hating him. I was a big fan of Coco Beware, Ricky the Steamboat Dragon. Obviously, I liked Hulk Hogan the most. You know.
I know that Brutus the Barber Beefcake, that walk
Yeah.
It's like a walk that's taken from old school wrestling.
Right.
Because that's like a heel walk.
That's when they would come out.
Yeah, because if you're a heel, you got to walk in like you're a badass.
Right.
But if you're not, like you're a pretty boy, or they call them babyface, you got to walk in like
you don't give a fuck. What's up, everybody? Yeah.
Like this, but the heel's got to walk in pimping.
Right. I never noticed that, dude. That the heel
like
had
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, that's right. When he was a heel. Yeah, dude. He was a heel for a hot minute.
I wonder how long it took for the. How long did it take
Brutus
for the
Beefcake Barber
copyrights? Music copyrights to get the wrestler not to use those songs anymore.
Yeah, dude.
Because fucking Junkyard Dog was coming into Another One Bites the Dust when that song came out.
Wait a minute, that's right.
Boom,
they used to use those songs like they
Another
were nothing.
One Bites the Dust.
Yeah, I wonder how much.
Done.
If they,
because you would hear that shit loud, bro, and you knew done.
Yeah,
and then
totally.
You know it's a fucking Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't believe you remember that wrestler, Bad Leroy Brown.
I totally do, because I was a when I first started watching wrestling, I didn't know who Hulk Hogan was yet.
Me neither.
And I was a big Junkyard Dog and Ricky the Steamboat Dragon fan. And and what am I talking about? Tito Santana.
Figure 4 leg lock.
Yeah, I fucking was a huge Tito Santana. So I was a fan of those guys. Hulk Hogan was around, and I think he already was the champ, but I just started watching. And I remember Bad Leroy Brown fighting him and thinking, like, I hate this babyface looking motherfucker, bro. Like, I did not like him at all, dude. Like, and it would make me mad. Like, I really, now that we're talking about this, I really bought into this, dude. I never believed in Santa. Not fucking since day one, fucking did I believe this dude was delivering gifts all around the world to fucking kids everywhere. I didn't believe that shit. I knew it was my mom and dad, but fucking pro wrestling,
my door
bro.
open, bro, because I know we had no chimney.
Yeah, see, I knew, because that was the thing. I was like, we don't even have a chimney. What the fuck, dude? But I did believe in pro wrestling, like hardcore, to the point of where, like, I probably wanted to fight Bad Leroy Brown too, dude. Like, when he would come out, because, like, even now that I'm thinking about when that guy came up, I have, like, a visceral feeling in my stomach of, like, man, fuck that guy, dude. But he's probably a good dude.
Do you remember when WWF introduced a wrestler named Twin Devil? And he was Mexican.
Can you look up Twin Devil real quick?
But anyway, the way they introduced him was he was the devil. The white devil, right? And he would be like...
Did he have like blue... it was like white with blue trim around it.
Right there. The Twin Devils from Mexico. Well, anyway, bro, the way they introduced him was they showed one first.
Okay.
And he was like a bad guy. They introduced him. And then his twin brother came out under the ring. And then when the one devil was getting his ass beat the fuck up, he was getting tired. He would jump off the ring. Like he was off the ring, and then his brother would come out.
Oh, yes, that's who I thought that was. Yep, yeah, I know who these guys are, dude.
Not those guys. They're los Hermanos Diablos. Hermanos Diablos.
Hermanos Diablos.
The twin brothers.
And so he would fight
Hermanos Diablos, or brother devils.
He would fight like he was by himself.
Yeah, then he'll get tired, and then his brother would come out from under the ring and fuck that fool up.
That's fucking great, dude.
And then later on, when they figured them out, they started wrestling tag team.
I love this shit.
That's them.
Right there with those two guys.
Yeah. But later on, they took their mask off.
Oh, yeah, look at those guys, dude.
Yeah.
And those guys were in WWE, too, as well.
Yeah, look up a wrestler named Red Goliath. This guy was a mean-ass heel, bro. Red Goliath, when I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
WWF in California.
You got to watch WWF when it was during the regional times, right?
Red Goliath?
Red Goliath. That guy?
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, bro. He took elbow people with that fucking elbow right there. Yeah. There it is, the one in the red shorts right there. That's him. Yeah, bro, that motherfucker right there, bro.
That's crazy.
He was a heel, bro.
Wow.
He did on Boston Crab.
Bro, this is
And there used to be a lot of wrestlers that were just there to get beat up
right.
at the cheap fights.
Those were the guys that like maybe made it up the ladder or maybe didn't.
Yeah, like look for a wrestler named Salvatore Bolomo.
Ooh.
Salvatore Bolomo.
That sounds Italian.
This guy never won, but he'll always get beat up. And whenever it was like five wrestlers against Andre the Giant, he was always won. But I think he was just there just to lose, bro.
5-on-1.
Yeah, because before, is that him? Salvatore Bolomo?
Bolomo, yeah, bro.
That's him right there, bro. He was Italian, bro. And he never won, bro. But he won right there. But he will get his ass beat. But he never got a bout or anything like that. But he's known. And then there's another family. It's called the Poffos, Poffo.
Oh, yeah.
The Poffo family. That's the Poffo wrestling family.
Bro, famous.
And that's Larry Poffo and Angelo Poffo, which you might recognize them as the brain and the genius of WWF, the wrestler, and Angelo, who is Randy Savage, who used to fight for the ICU back in the day.
That explains. And they were a tag team, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
And then the guy would be the genius during the tag team. Because that explains like why during the Macho Man's theme, it's the same theme for it's Pop and Circumstance, which is what you play when you graduate.
And that's his dad down there in the other black and white.
Oh, his dad was a wrestler too?
Yeah, they're part of the Poffo wrestling family.
Oh, wow.
They're Polish Canadians, I think.
Bro, they're also from Canada then.
Yeah, they're from Canada.
Canada turned out a lot of great wrestlers.
Well, they wrestle bears over there.
That's probably true. There's a lot of families prominent. This is one thing that I found out by doing some of because again, the only time I watched wrestling was and I think most kids, there's two types of wrestling fans. There's people like me and you who watched it between the ages of 6 and 13. And then there's people who watched it their whole fucking life. And
then there's people who like it because they think that it's going to help their comedy career.
Yeah, good luck.
They're going to get those fans who come watch you.
Yeah, there is a weird crossover between wrestling, backyard pro wrestling and comedy. But there's a lot of families. And I was reading about the Hart family, which is...
Bret Hart?
Yeah, Bret Hart's family.
My man, bro, from Alberta.
Okay, from Alberta, but this is one of the most prominent wrestling families in pro wrestling, and they come from Canada. And can you look up the Hart family? The dad was Stu, right? And he was this huge, he was this big. He was supposed to. He got so good at wrestling.
Who did, bro?
The father of the Hart family.
Oh yeah, what's his father's name?
Stu Hart. So that's Stu Hart.
Oh wow, he looks just like Bret,
bro. And this is look at that picture, dude.
We're talking right there, the early 50s. Him wrestling,
dude. 30s.
30s. He's a bad motherfucker back then. Was he a baby face? Or heel?
He's a. I don't know what he is actually, what he becomes. He was supposed to be an Olympic wrestler. And then he got into pro wrestling, and then he started the Calgary, this league in Calgary that ended up being the Stampede League, but it was something before that. But this guy, bro, he turned out so many famous wrestlers. Besides his own family members, because
the British Bulldogs.
So that's just the Hart family right there, okay. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 kids this guy had, bro, and he had this thing called the dungeon in his basement
for all those kids,
and he would train pro wrestlers at the same time, and then every kid that he had got into wrestling, either promotions with his daughters, or pro wrestling, and then there's also like, there's also like the famous like Bret Hart, which is the most famous. There's Owen Hart. That's the guy that died, fell from the sky. I don't know if you remember during the golden age of wrestling, the Hart Foundation with Jim Neidhart.
They look like they came from Walmart, huh?
Bro, they look so Walmarty, dude.
They're about to fuck up Outback Steakhouse.
Bro, but that next to the Hawaiian family is the most prominent family in wrestling. And I would argue the Hart family, because not only did he have his 12 kids involved in wrestling, they married out to other people like Jim Neidhart, who was part of the Hart Foundation. He's actually not
the Anvil Neidhart.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Hell yeah, bro.
Remember, bro?
Yeah.
He would lift up the opponent, and Bret Hart would run and do the flying
dude.
Clothesline.
Oh, dude. God, that's right.
My homie did it to a crackhead, bro. That's badass. Oh, shit.
Wait, what? Stop. So hold the podcast, bro. What did you just say?
There was this crackhead, bro, and he let us do it to him, man.
You guys are like, how old are you?
Like 21, 20, 19, 18.
I was thinking 15-year-olds. I was thinking these two 15-year-olds in the park.
You can't lift a 6'3" crackhead at that age.
Okay.
Now, bro, what happened was we were fighting with these crackheads, and my friend was by that time, bro, like he left that fool up. He said, "Let's close like, bro, Hart Foundation." And I knew what that was, bro.
You guys immediately went into formation.
I said, who am I? You're Bret. Oh, I'm never Bret, bro. I'm with Anvil.
It's my time to shine, dog.
So that fool already was beating up my friend already. And so he just lifted that fool up, bro. And I ran. And I closed like my friend, bro. And they all fell.
Where was this?
My friend, outside by like some playground in the grass.
That's what I thought. I could just imagine you guys in the park.
But it was funny how I flew, bro. And,
Right.
I guess those guys are in shape, bro. I never.
People are in good shape.
You might as well just say I fell straight real fast.
Right.
And I closed like my friend, bro, instead.
That's so fucking
And he
funny.
just dropped that fool.
That's so funny, dude.
It ended up being a suplex.
Bro, that is hilarious,
Bro,
dude.
how many wrestling moves can you name?
Okay, the suplex, like you just said, the
Boston Crab. Who did the Boston Crab?
Figure four. Who did the Boston Crab?
That was because I know that
That wasn't Dusty Rhodes, right?
Because the Hawking Dog Man, he hit his own version. It was called the Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
The Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
The Boston Crab, I think it's Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake. I was gonna say, I think it was Jake.
Because he puts your legs like this and he pulls your head back.
What was no? That was something. That's right. And then what's the one that who's the guy from the Middle East?
Iron
Sheik. What did he? The Iron.
Iron Claw.
The Iron Claw. That's what it was called.
And what's the name?
Pile Driver was another one, but there was special.
Mil Máscara's favorite move was he did the flying headbutt. No, he did the flying kicks.
Right.
He was good at doing a flying kick and flying back, doing a somersault off the thing. And he also was good, bro. He had this move called the electric chair, where he'll grab a fool from the front and then sit him down on his hard in his kneecap and fuck up their like legs.
Right.
They're like wobbly.
Oh, like he makes them straddle
like
him?
electric chair, yeah.
That's actually pretty dope.
Like
That's
a straddle, yeah.
You know, who used to have the flying headbutt was, and I saw a little bit in that documentary, was Chris Benoit would do this flying headbutt where he would jump May he rest in peace. Yeah, I don't want him to rest in peace, but he jumped from high up and like would land on his opponent with his head. And they said that because like the famous story of Chris Benoit is that he killed his kid and his wife. And
he smothered his son.
Right, and he strangled him, and they blamed it initially on steroids. Remember that? I remember that because we were like roid rage and this and that, and it ended up like we find out
steroids doesn't make you want to kill people. It makes you want to
go work out.
Give your endorsement to a candidate.
Pretty much. But what we find out later is the same thing we found out in the Aaron Hernandez thing is that, yeah, look at this thing, bro. Look at that, bro. Like, that he had CTE. That he had, like, severe CTE. And so this is the thing about the internet and just history in general.
And we got to mention that when we're talking about, what we're talking about right now are wrestlers that we grew up with. And we got to also mention that none of the wrestlers were buff.
Growing up, no.
Yeah, Mil Máscara, you saw his body, man. He looked like he does mechanics during the day.
They have dad bods like us.
Dad bod, look.
Yeah, there's no like definition in these guys. They're not like fucking cut and like rocked out. That's pretty good, but my dad looked like that when we were kids. You know what I mean?
He wishes.
Maybe not. All right.
But he probably did it or was extra fat.
My dad was pretty good shape, but my grandfather was in great shape like that.
So there's another wrestling family you probably didn't know about. And I grew up watching this guy coming up. It's Eddie Guerrero's family. The Guerrero wrestling family. The Guerrero wrestling family out of El Paso. I used to watch, I don't know if it's uncle or his brother. His name was Chavo Guerrero.
Chavo Guerrero.
He used to go out there, bro, with Dallas Cowboy blue pants and boots.
That's right, because they're from El Paso.
And he had a brother named Hector Guerrero.
Right.
And I was the biggest fan of Chavo Guerrero growing up, bro. Like, I didn't know any other wrestler, and he used to always fight against Bad Leroy Brown, and he used to fight Roddy Piper, and he was a baby face. And his brothers, but he was a bad motherfucker, bro. Those guys
were all badasses.
The Guerreros, Chavo Guerrero, if you look him up, he trained a lot of motherfucking wrestlers that went to be on champs too.
Do you know that their dad?
They go, look at the
dad is Gory Guerrero, and the reason why they call him Gory is because his like
he wrestled too, huh?
He was a gory ass wrestler, bro. Like he fucked people up. Mando Guerrero, that's another one.
I remember Mando.
Hector is it Chavo Jr. also is a great wrestler. Oh, Salvatore Guerrero. I didn't know there was. Wow. Okay, and then Vicky also and Shaul. There's Shaul right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great family. Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace.
They said those guys had a wrestling ring in their backyard, bro.
Yeah.
Right next to and they would just wrestle on
Their
it.
dad was like a huge wrestler that started out in the CMLL and then moved over.
You know, people say that all the wrestling was fake, but those moves when you try them on civilians, it'll put a motherfucker down, bro.
You do.
Because I try to sleeper hold during sex, they're still looking for me. I tried to figure 4 leg lock on my son when he was like 5.
Yeah. Didn't work out.
It worked on him, bro. It hurts, bro. He was like 5, bro.
What I mean.
He was like 5, and I go, let's try this. He went to bed. Bro, I used to have a joke called, I go, one time my dad was a wrestler, and he was in a match called Loser Leaves Town. We never saw him again. I remember at the library in Benjamin Franklin Library, I was at the library with my friend Bobo, Oscar, and Rafa, Jose, and some other fools, and we were all into wrestling, bro. And there was a wrestling book there, encyclopedia, like a badass wrestling book,
of like
book.
all the wrestling.
Yeah, the history, bro. And man, my friend Bobo took that motherfucker, bro.
Stole it.
And he gave it to me as a present the next day at school.
What a good friend.
Yeah.
What a real good friend.
I ended up selling that motherfucker to somebody at school.
What an even better friend.
Cause this, bro, he gave me top dollars. So this book, bro, had broke down all the wrestlers, and that's how I learned about old wrestlers. Like when in the Vince McMahon, they talk about Ernie Ladd, and Ernie Ladd, I think he used to be a professional football player back in the days. So his moves was like a linebacker. He would just rush at your ass.
Okay, that was it. So he would like get in like a 3-point stance and like rush at the.
And Ernie Ladd was humongous buff, bro. Like
Yeah,
humongous.
he looked like he was in really good shape.
And he used to be tag teams with some guy named SPJ, and I know you know his name, Special Delivery Jones.
Yeah, how do I know that name, dude?
He's an old school wrestler.
Let me see this guy.
SP Jones. He used to have like a lightning bolt pants or something. Special Delivery Jones.
I think he was like he started out in the NJP, which is like the
what was the division in California? Not WWF, right? It was just called wrestling.
It was
Wrestling Federation, or just
it was NWA. It was the Hollywood. It was the Hollywood division, and when
what does NWA stand for?
National Wrestling Association.
Okay, but that's the one we grew up with, huh?
That's the one we grew up with because I don't know if you remember Terry Taylor, and like all those guys, and like Roddy Piper was in that league for a minute, and they would bounce back and forth between WWF and NWA. NWA, by the time you were watching wrestling, and by the time you were watching wrestling, NWA and WWE were pretty much even with each other as far as like, and there was still all kinds, bro. Look at this is like just a list. These are 2 lists of all the leagues in the country of wrestling.
They were all mom and pa, huh?
It was mostly mom and pop.
No corporation.
No corporation.
No billionaire came in there.
Right.
These guys started from the bottom, huh?
They straight up started like, dude, like fucking.
It's like when we did with the history of circus. Well, these were all basically circuses.
This is exactly what it was.
So when I'm watching the Vince McMahon documentary, I felt like he's Barnum and he's Bailey, bro, or what? Barnum and Bailey.
He's Barnum and Bailey. He's like essentially
he's treating these guys pretty much like elephants or monkeys.
Right. And he really was. Like, you know what, bro? The McMahon documentary, I would recommend to anybody who doesn't even watch
wrestling.
Because again, I have almost no interest in pro wrestling. When Bobby started to watch it as a kid, it was a real struggle for me to be into it for him. I apologize, son. I did a really bad job. But this documentary is for everybody, and it's really felt like it was truthful, like the whole way through, right? Like I didn't feel like Vince McMahon was holding back either, because he was pretty honest about his endeavors and how he was just like all about business.
He was pretty honest till he got to the episode where they talk about how much money he was paying to shut them up.
Right. Yeah. There was parts where he definitely was either omitting or not being honest. But I did feel like he was pretty honest about like, I didn't give a fuck about anybody. I gave a fuck about the business. And because that's what you're like you said, he was like rolling them in like they were elephants.
Yeah.
And then they had to work every day of the week, bro. They never like went home. They never had like I watched this one guy. I watched an interview with this one guy who was a wrestler, and he would be like, "Dude, you leave your house, you get like a 3-month contract, and you leave your house." He's all, "You don't see your house for 3 months. Like you just go from place to place to place to place."
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's really interesting to watch how these guys struggle, because comics, you know. I related a lot as a comedian up until it was like they were like how much they were exploited. Like I feel like we're exploited.
They would have like 3 fights a night sometimes.
They would have like 3 fights, and then they weren't. A lot of them weren't televised.
So that's the one I saw.
Right.
They probably had to do that. Roddy Piper and Mil Máscara probably had to do that thing again the next day.
They had to do that thing again, but what I think though, and this is goes behind the brilliance of Vince McMahon, is that he knew that there was a lot of Mexican people in L.A. and that they were big Mio Mascara fans. So I'm almost sure like he made that particular fight just
and
for
now
you
introduce
guys.
Roddy Piper here.
Right.
And Roddy Piper became a big Latinos love Roddy Piper.
Yeah, because NWA had Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper came all the way from like from the Calgary leagues, the Stampede leagues, and then he showed up in NWA. Again, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, guys. And then from NWA he went over to WWE, and that's probably the like fight you guys saw, which is like super historical, dude.
Do you remember a wrestler that was in America? I don't know what division he was, but I just know that when I would buy that wrestling magazine, there was so many wrestlers I didn't know about, but this guy stood out because he just had a plain white mask and he wasn't from Mexico.
He was an American wrestler and he had a plain white mask.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
He was a professional.
Vaguely, because I do remember that it was weird that there was...
Put an American wrestler with a white mask.
Because I think I vaguely remember feeling like this guy's a white dude, he's not from Mexico, and he's wearing a mask. Because at the same time that you watched WWE, did you also watch Mexican wrestling? Did you watch Lucha Libre? Which was like way
That's what
different.
the wrestling was called, Lucha Libre. There he is, him. What's it called? Him, bro.
That guy right there?
Yeah. What's his name?
The 20 most amazing wrestlers. Let's see.
Nah.
No.
That's no.
Nope. No. Who the fuck was that? Oh, this guy. Mr. Wrestling.
That's it, Mr. Wrestling.
Mr. Wrestling. Can you go down a little bit? Let's read about this guy really quick. If the stories are true, the dedicated doesn't even begin.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker, the man better known as Mr. Wrestling 2, one of the greatest masked wrestlers of all time. As legend has it, former President Jimmy Carter's mother was a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And she adored Mr. Wrestling 2, using her powerful son's considerable political pull to have a face-to-face meeting with her in-ring idol. Mrs. Carter interviewed Mr. Wrestling.
Yeah, Mr. Wrestling too. Mr. Wrestler. I used to see him in magazine, but I never knew who he was. And I knew him. I knew of his name.
But
I didn't know exactly who he was. But I know that he's American. But there used to be a back in the days when I remember that book I told you that guy took. That book.
Yeah.
There was wrestling matches that I've never heard of, bro. Like really hardcore wrestling from the South. Like this, not okay. In WWE, WWF, Lucha Libre,
right.
They always had the cage match.
Right.
It was called the Freddie Blassie cage match. Look it up, Freddie Blassie.
You're talking like Smoky Mountain, like dude. These are some
Freddie
of the...
Blassie, bro, and then dog chain match. Like they will tie up people. They will tie up the wrestlers like a dog chain, bro, and they will fight with a dog chain.
With a dog chain.
Yeah, it was called dog chain match.
Jesus.
And that's where Roddy Piper came from, bro. And Roddy Piper fought in a match back in the days before he came to WWF. It was called barbed wire match, bro. But they put barbed wire all over the ring.
Fuck.
Well, look up barbed wire match, Roddy Piper.
That's crazy, dude. The best dog collar matches in pro wrestling history.
Yeah, bro.
This is wild, bro.
That's dog collar.
This makes me happy. I decided to get into comedy.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Fuck, bro. Can you imagine having to pull each other around on dog collars? That's wild, man.
Look at that, bro. All chained up.
Look at that. That's crazy. Ladder matches.
Bro, I remember, bro, there was this stupid match I saw one time on WWF where there was a golden glove on top of the ring.
Okay.
And it was powerful.
Okay.
And then you would grab it down, and then you would punch somebody, and they'll be passed out. Or how about when that guy?
What is this? What was this on?
I don't know, bro. How about when the WWF? How about when that guy? He'll put on like a glove like a cobra.
I remember this. What is that?
And then that it was WWF. It was stupid, bro. And then that big wrestler, he brought a little flute and he started controlling it. I'm glad I was done back then, bro.
Yeah, dude.
When it was that big wrestler with a little flute, he came out in that movie, The Longest Yard. Look at that shit, bro.
This is so fucking ridiculous, dude. This is why.
And look at what, bro. That snake, he'll come out with that snake and be like this. And he'll bite people. And then
they would like drop from it?
Yeah, and then one day that wrestler, he brought a little flute. And he controlled it, bro. And it made that fool bite him, and he was done.
That's what makes kids leave.
That would make me question myself.
Yeah, bro.
Was my dad right or wrong?
That's so ridiculous, dude. I went to Lucha Libre type. I don't know if it was the exact league, but I went to Mexican wrestling in San Francisco one time, which is hilarious in itself, because the opening act was the team was called the Border Patrol, and then it was like another Mexican wrestling team, and they were fucking racist, bro. Man. They were like, we're gonna deport everybody in here. They were calling us WBs. Woo! It was crazy, dude. They had like a Nazi
wrestler in Mexico
too.
Yeah, El Nazi.
Not
after a while, bro, that backyard wrestling was stupid. Everybody doing backyard wrestling all hardcore.
Well, that's
they took their jobs.
I did a lot of talking to WWE fans, and they know so much. This is why I started to kind of get like, oh fuck, bro, this is going to be a hard one, because I didn't realize how much of the history that these people knew. And they said that during the Attitude Era, that's what stopped. My friend was telling me that's what stopped the Attitude Era, was that there were too many kids doing backyard wrestling.
Yeah,
and it was like it was fucking them up. It was like like there were kids getting hurt, and it was all going back to WWE. And that's why Vince McMahon got really scared and started to be like, all right, dude, we got to like no blood, no hitting with chairs, and all that stuff.
No more hitting chairs.
No more hitting chairs, bro, after that. But yeah, I never was into the backyard stuff. I did go to like matches with Bobby, and those were fucking fun, like outside like leagues and stuff.
Yeah, when I was watching wrestling on Channel 34, because that was the channel that we had, it was Lucha Libre, free wrestling, in Spanish and English was translated. They also had this crazy stuff that was shown on my TV. It was called roller derby.
Oh, I remember that.
They were called the Thunderbirds, the T-Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Was it women or was it men?
Both.
It was both.
First, the men will go at it, and then they'll take a break. Then the women will go.
Women would go at it, dude. I don't see men roller derby now, but I see women.
I never understood how you win.
I have no idea how fucking roller derby.
But I know that now that it's like a regular race where there's one person that needs to cross over to get the points, and the other ones block, like to do for Dale Earnhardt. Like they're it's like a race car where
they got to carry them in.
Yeah, you have to carry them in, and along the way you push people off. But every time you cross over is when you get the point. There used to be a guy, bro. I don't know his name, bro. A guy. He was number 5. I don't know what his name was. He was the most famous T-Bird of the team. He was famous, bro.
Okay.
And then they used to have, bro, the female wrestlers had a little person in their team, a little black lady.
I remember this.
Bro, poor lady, bro.
This came on after WWE, right?
Yeah, look up just type little person on the T-Birds roller derby squad. And they used to throw her, like, swing her, bro. She will fly.
Right.
And knock 2 ladies down.
Nice. I remember watching this when I was a kid. It came on after. Was T-Birds like a local league? Were they like LA or were you?
LA.
Huh.
I thought my friend.
There it is.
Is that a woman? Yeah. Yeah, but they used to
dress them up like a girl.
But there used to be a female that was in the other team, bro. And bro, she ended up being like living in a Skid Row, the crackhead. Bro.
No.
My friend said he saw her shaking a cup. How about the gorgeous ladies of wrestling?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Glow, bro? Like, did you watch that at all when you were younger? I remember it coming on, and it was like
I fell in love with that show.
my dad would record NWA the night before for me, and then I would get up and watch WWE or WWF back in the day. Then I would turn on. I would watch the recording of NWA, and then after that, I would watch a recording of Glow, and like I felt like it was still good. It just was the last thing that I would like feel like watching.
There it is, bro. Can you name them?
There's one Mount Fuji. That's the one in the back.
Mount Fiji.
The one in the next that one, and then that's Lady Liberty right there.
And then there is Hollywood and Vine is one of those.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're called Hollywood and Vine. Those two girls right there.
Oh, that's right.
And then there's Americana is somewhere.
Mount Fee. Who's the blonde in the front, though?
The blonde in the front? I don't know. That's the farmer's daughter.
Get out of here. Is that really her name?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
And then over there, the blonde one over there with the hot one, that's Ashley and Gold Dust. Gold something.
Wait, where?
Up there, the prettier ones up there. Ashley and Gold something. And then like the Angry Housewives is the one with the mask over there.
And then that lady in the middle in the red, she was like a promoter. She was like Mr. Fuji. Or she was like the lady version of like Mr. Fuji or like the pallbearer. Yeah.
They stopped doing Glow because the husband was having an affair with some of the ladies, and the wife took.
Get the fuck out of here! That's a real thing.
That's the main reason why they took it.
That's why Glow left, is because of an affair, bro. I mean, some of those girls are really hot.
I was watching that shit more than WWF at the time.
Really? Like, were you watching it
every week
for the sporting value, or just because it was like hot women?
I don't know. I just liked it.
Right.
It was real. It just brought me back to the old school wrestling.
Right. That's interesting, man.
Storylines were funny.
Storylines were really good, but it wasn't a Vince McMahon.
Oh, that other lady, Attila the Hun, with the big lady, the big redheaded lady.
Ah, that's right. I was trying to look him up right now. But it was showing
Mark Maron is in that show.
It's showing me the earlier ones. I mean the ones that like, because I didn't watch. Did you watch the ones on Netflix at all?
No,
I didn't watch that at all.
You remember the Fabulous Morocco?
No,
that's from the WWF.
The Fabulous Morocco.
He used to always fight against Ricky Steamboat. He was like top heavy, bro. He looked like the Thing from Fantastic Four. He looked like the Hulk without green makeup. The Fabulous Morocco. He's huge, bro. He's like... There he is.
Oh, man. Oh, he does look like Bruce Banner.
He's huge,
He totally looks like the Hulk, dude.
He's huge, bro. Then there was Bruiser Brody. Look how big he is. Bruiser Brody, Ivan Putski.
I found some of the names. You want to hear some of the names of the Glow wrestlers? There is actually the Amy the Farmer's Daughter.
Yeah, that's her.
Americana.
Yeah.
Angel. Ashley Cartier.
That's one.
Attaché.
Yeah.
Babe the Farmer's Daughter. Beastie. Big Bad Mama. I remember that one. Broadway Rose 1. Broadway Rose 2. Brunhilda, the California Doll 1, Jesus. Corporal Kelly, I remember Corporal Kelly, dude. Debbie Debutante. Holy shit.
She was a cheerleader.
She was a cheerleader, that's right. Ebony,
that's a black girl.
Dementia and Sugar, or Dementia Sugar.
They had horrible makeup, like evil, like they look like that rap group.
Oh, bro, here's your housewives. The Heavy Metal Sisters, Chainsaw and Spike. The housewives, Arlene and Phyllis, was also what they played two separate roles.
Look up Ashley Cartier.
Cartier. Huh. Jailbait. There's a fucking Glow wrestler named Jailbait, bro. What the fucking 80s, dude. Love it. This is Ashley Cartier.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. These are all my 80s fantasies right here, dude. Oh, from the Anoa'i family. This is the family I wanted to talk.
Jimmy Snuka?
Talk about. No, Jimmy Snuka is not actually related to this, but Dwayne the Rock Johnson comes out of this family.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And who else?
So dude, there's so many. Rikishi comes out of this one. There's Roman Reigns comes out of this one. Like, bro, this is the most prominent and largest and most effective family in wrestling.
Anoa'i family?
Yeah, the Anoa'i family. Because
who's that man on the right over there?
Montevilla. That's Peter Montevilla, and that's like the most famous one out of all of them, I think. Right?
The Hawaiian.
They're Hawaiians, and then there's two guys, the Wild Ones, which were like
remember the Wild Samoans.
Yes, that's the Wild Samoans. Dude.
Evie, Safi.
Those two guys right there.
Evie, right?
Yes.
Stevie.
Sika and Afa.
They're bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, those are bad motherfuckers, bro.
I forgot about the Wild Samoans.
If you look over, so like it shows you, see Rock at the end over there. So Rock is a son of the Montevilla of the so that's his dad is Rocky Johnson, and he named himself after Rocky Marciano, and another famous boxer that's last name is Johnson. So that's where he gets Rocky Johnson, and that's where Dwayne the Rock Johnson comes from. But his dad is Peter Maravilla or whatever. Sorry if I'm fucking up these names, you guys, because I just read about this. I didn't know anything about this. And then there's a Superfly that's in that. Jimmy Superfly, I think, is in that family. But yeah, that family, bro, is like the Harts from Canada. And then the Mavia or whatever, I'm fucking up their names, so I'm so sorry. That family is the two largest families from in wrestling.
Tag me in, bro.
You're in, go.
Tag teams back again. Wrestling genre and the wrestling has a lot of influence on
Anoa'i,
hip-hop.
that's the names, yeah. Look at all these people, dude.
Wow,
Rikishi,
bro.
Umaga, bro. I remember because I watched some of these with my son. Man, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, dude. That family keeps going and going, and they still have people that are in wrestling to this day that are in professional wrestling. Interesting.
Big ass fools. We're just touching the surface here on history.
Bro,
for
this
fools.
is the thing is like, I'm sorry again to everybody because like, when I'm like, cool, I'll watch this documentary and then I'll look up like videos of like the origins of professional wrestling and this is gonna be, and then I started talking to fans and I got super fucking intimidated because like these people who love this shit, dude, really, really love this shit, bro. And they know it well. And they know the storylines. They know. But I had asked a lot of questions because I was like, did you guys know that Vince McMahon was such a piece of shit? And they're like, yeah, we always knew he was a piece of shit. But they didn't necessarily know that he was ripping off, like how he broke into the business by ripping off all the famous guys from all the other leagues, which was like totally frowned upon at the time. But he was like, fuck it, I'm going to just take your guys and do your business.
Hell yeah. History for fools. We did what we could. Vince McMahon, wrestling.
We tried, guys. We did on this one.
But man, it was good to reminisce about the wrestling that I grew up, right? Taking me back to the childhood.
Yeah, same.
That was my Saturday entertainment, bro.
I'm gonna go home and watch Glow in my room now.
But that was your Saturday entertainment?
Always, yeah. Well, it went from cartoons
to wrestling. Yeah, because right after the Bill Cosby kids would come off, WWF on Fox.
Fucking ready to be an adult now.
Hell yeah, man. Mrs. Elizabeth, R.I.P.
Oh, man, R.I.P.
Oh, my lady.
R.I.P. Dusty Rhodes. And what was that lady that... Because remember Dusty Rhodes had his...
Sensational Sherry.
Yes, dude.
The big old moolah.
Yeah, they would dance.
Big bad moolah.
Yeah, I love that shit, bro.
Hell yeah, man. And your favorite wrestler, Jailbait. What's up, everybody? History for Fools.